You're not signed to TDE. You're not on PG Lang. You're a fan. What's the problem?
Lupe, I'm closer to you than you are to Kendrick.
Damn!
Now what's the problem about that? So I'm closer to you.
I'm
closer to you.
Right,
no, it's not.
Great.
No, it's not.
You're his cousin?
No, it's not.
Are you his cousin? Are you signed to TDE? Are you on PG Lang?
No, I'm
blood?
telling you.
Are you a bounty hunter? Like what are we talking about? You're from New York. You're not from California.
Are you going?
Right? You're from upstate
Lupe,
New York. You're not
I'm
from
closer
California.
to you.
What's the problem with
Lupe.
Me and you are here. You got the opportunity to talk to me.
Lupe,
right?
you're condescending.
What's the
You're
problem?
condescending. You're talking about. Hold on. You talking about
What is the problem? Get to the problem.
Lupe, my problem was you jumping in freaking content creators' chats and taking over the live like you're doing right now.
Nah.
My nigga.
Yo, we gotta talk about this. Get this music right. Oh man, boy. It's been some news this week. It's been some things that week and a half. There's some things going on. Boy, let me get this. There we go. That should be good. Just a little bit. Pull that down just a little bit. All right. That all in your ear. Pause like that. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. Boy. boy. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Late night. You know, we always late night. Looking at my ugly mug, let me go and say right now, I appreciate the fact that you risk life and limb. Make it home, because you know, this is the after hour, after the after hour. So that means you done had a night of fun, drinks, smoking, and maybe a little fornicate, whatever. You bring that little fornication home with you, you know what I'm saying? You can let this show play in the background and be cool. We ain't tripping around here. Uncle Oops, if you know, make something happen, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help me take care of them YouTube police. Just like you got vibes at home, you ain't trying to have messed up. I got vibes here with y'all, rocking with y'all that I just ain't trying to have interrupted. So, that being said, you sit at the bottom of the screen before we get into the thing. What's our responsibility as fans? That's the question for the show. Then we go get to the quality of it all. I'm gonna tell you how we gonna do this. But let me know, as fans, do we have a right to critique artists? I mean, we can make this widespread, say anything, but let's just keep it in the music realm. As fans of music, do we have a right to critique the artist? That's the question. Got time? Drop it in the comments. But without further ado, let's deal with this situation a little bit. I've been trying to avoid talking about it until I find a better way to do it. And I think it's the way that's best for me. So, in this episode, because there's going to be 2 episodes. In this specific episode, just talk about KoalaTea. That's it. We're not going to talk about the Lupe part directly. I mean, for the most part, because I got a separate way of going about that. That's going to be tomorrow. But let's talk about this KoalaTea part. Let's get to it.
We are here saying these professional athletes who know way more about putting the ball in the basket than we do, we as consumers who's watching and paying and purchasing it, we gotta just shut the fuck up and just enjoy. Not my bad, Jeremy. No, for sure. So I'm lost on the disconnect on how we judge, hey, I could call this person trash in his basketball game or his football game. But when it comes to me saying these lyrics are trash, now it's like, oh, you're being too disrespectful. It's okay for you to come down here and check me off of my opinion on you and your lyrics.
Perfect example. Perfect example. I've seen this conversation be framed as barbershop talk, right? We sit in the barbershop talk about, we judge everything. Everything, down to the move somebody making on the chessboard. My barbershop that my old barbershop, because I moved away from it. To have a chessboard set up. We critiquing the moves that people make all the time. I don't even play chess. And I be sitting there like, ooh, I don't know if that's going to play out well. Because I have an idea how the pieces can move. Not so much the various strategies that you can utilize against your opponent. But I'm familiar with the game. So I'm sitting there like, ooh. I don't know if that rook going to make it. We critique stuff, right? There's nothing hotter to talk about in the barbershop more than music and sports. Music and sports, hot topics, always a go-to. All the way back to when I was a kid, the barbershop I used to go to, he only would play jazz. Only jazz. So when they critique stuff like, who's the best saxophonist? Best in blues. I had an older barber. Fast forward to now, hip hop conversations. I don't think it's any different, but let's continue.
Notice when LeBron James checked Stephen A. Smith, it wasn't him checking Stephen A. Smith off his basketball playing. How many times have Stephen A. Smith discredited LeBron James' basketball play, and LeBron James did not walk up on Stephen A. Smith? He walked down on Stephen A. Smith when Stephen A. Smith went outside of that and started talking about his fatherhood. Then we're getting personal. So LeBron...
I don't buy this part. Now, if you're wondering where I got this clip from, obviously, KoalaTea. This is from today. Well, when you get this, yesterday. So this is the video he posted after the fact. His back and forth with Lupe, because I wanted to see what his viewpoint was. And it'll make sense when you see tomorrow's video. I went this route. I promise you. I'm not leading you astray. But I want to see, what's the issue? The back and forth, unless y'all gonna meet up and square up, I don't care about y'all issues. Like all the back and forth, the personal stuff, I don't care. I got my own personal stuff to deal with. What's the back and forth for? Because it seems like he carries Lupe in the way that I carry Drake. And I'll tell you right now, my issues with Drake is not just his music. I have personal issues with him as a man, how he conducts himself. That's neither here nor there. So that's why we're looking at this video, because this is the aftermath of everything that's went down. How do you feel? If you had an opportunity to calm down, you still feel the same way, whatever the case may be. I wanted to get at least a snapshot of how he is feeling and what is he trying to relay. Let's get to it.
James can ignore Stephen A. Smith, all those critics, all that nepotism and all that, you shouldn't be having this in the league, whatever. He ignored all of that about his gameplay, about he ain't clutch. And I'm a LeBron hater, by the way. He not clutch. He passed the ball too much.
Pause. God damn it, pause. What's with this LeBron hate? I'm not about to go out on a tangent. You ain't gotta leave. Why does everybody hate LeBron so much? It's almost like y'all found LeBron in your bed with your woman. That's worth being upset about. Whatever. Let's get to it.
This blase blah. LeBron James ignored all of that and then ran down on Stephen A when it got personal.
This LeBron thing is using LeBron was not a good idea.
LeBron James said, "Okay, bet."
I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. About?
So it confuses me how we move in the goalposts. I do not want to hear anybody critiquing me who had. I'm not even defending me right now, by the way. How y'all? I swear I rock with y'all. I'm not even defending me, by the way, because I do have a lane about learning about lyricism. I do have a lane about lyrics, and I do have I'm irritated that we allowing one person to dictate what the fuck lyricism is. For his opinion, he's the end-all be-all ambassador to make his opinion right about lyricism. He wants to freaking, dwindle it down to just, metaphors, punchlines. That's it. Bars, punchlines, metaphors. That's it. Entendres. Whereas definition don't mean that. The overall definition of lyricism don't mean that. The overall opinion of me and yours should not make you the ambassador. I can say it's more about emotion and storytelling. It's all. You can have punchlines, emotions, storytelling, freaking upbringings, metaphors, similes, context, whatever you want to do to freaking embody what lyrics are to make us have a good time. Why are you dumbing it down for your belief that that's what it is? Cool. But don't force it up. Don't try to shove it down our throat. That's what it is. So it kills me that if I say a lyric is trash as a content creator,
I want to catch what you just said. Let's go back.
And I'm a qualified content creator, by the way.
Let's go back a little bit.
He's the end-all be-all ambassador to make his opinion right about lyricism. He wants to freaking, dwindle it down to just, metaphors, punchlines. That's it. Bars, punchlines, metaphors. That's it. Entendres. Whereas the definition don't mean that. The overall definition of lyricism don't mean that. The overall opinion of me and yours should not make you the ambassador. I can say it's more about emotion and storytelling. It's all. You can have punchlines, emotions, storytelling, freaking upbringings, metaphors, similes, context, whatever you want to do to freaking embody what lyrics are to make us have a good time. Why are you dumbing it down for your belief that that's what?
My bad. I had it on mute. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm going to answer that in two different ways. I 100% feel it. 100% feel it. Why are you taking your core beliefs on how you define lyricism and putting us, the fans, in that same box? That's not cool. Because I don't agree with none of the way the way Lupe described lyricism. I don't agree with none of that shit. Respectful. Voice tone. Your voice tone, cadence, and like your delivery. That right there is kind of like the end all be all. The double entendres. If I get them, I get them. If I get them, I get them. But voice tone over everything matters to me. And again, I want to emphasize, to me. The way you deliver something is going to dictate if I can believe or envision what the hell you said. Nipsey Hussle, perfect example. The moment I heard Nipsey Hussle's voice, not delivery, his voice, his tone, do that seatbelt on, be here a while. We buckle up. Scarface, Andre 3000. It's Kendrick. It's certain people's tonality, that tone of voice. Because that's the first thing you hear. Unless they do something clever or whatever with the beat. Unless the production hits your voice, the beat hits your voice before the vocals, the artist delivery, the music. Picture Nipsey Hussle having a high-pitched ass voice on any of his songs. Victory Lap. Let's go with Victory Lap. You buying into the vision of Victory Lap? With a high, squeaky ass voice? It sounds funny, but it matters. Scarface, that deep, ominous voice he has. Kind of palatable for minds having tricks on me, right? Mind playing tricks on me. It becomes more palatable when his tone and then his delivery matches the tone. Lupe can't. He has no right. I'm not even gonna say can't. He has no right to dictate the box in which we define lyricism. What's good for the goose ain't always good for the gander. What you might like, what you might prefer, I might not fuck with at all. I might not rock with it at all. But with that being said, and then we'll let it finish out. I have a certain level understanding for why Lupe defines lyricism the way he does, and it's a gift and a curse. That MIT shit, Lupe like to walk around and beat his chest about, rightfully. Don't put us in the same box you put academia in. The way you play with them academics, I don't know it, because I don't want y'all to be confused and think I'm talking about academics, the goofy. No, we're not talking about OVO academics. Academia. The college realm, the higher echelon of learning. The way he has to interact and really break down lyricism, he has to be really matter of fact about everything when it comes to lyricism, when it comes to hip hop in totality. He has to be very segmented. Think about it. For those of us who, if you haven't gone to college, those of us who have can tell you, you get your paperwork about what this class is about and how the breakdown for the class is based on what you're going to learn on which week or during which week, your class syllabus. He talks as if he's written a multitude of class syllabuses. A breakdown of what you about to learn, how you about to learn it, and the order in which you learn it. That's why Lupe talks the way he talks. I ain't defending everything Lupe be doing, because he be on some fuck shit too. But as far as the way he talks about lyricism, this is as far as I'm going to go with the Lupe part. To be able to teach a class at an accredited college or university, you have to have a very technical breakdown. A very technical breakdown. We'll dive into it more in tomorrow's episode, but we're going to get back to focus on Koala specifically. But I wanted to touch on that because Koala mentioned it, and I wanted to not forget it tomorrow. So I just addressed it now. Let's get to it.
It is cool, but don't force it up. Don't try to shove it down our throat. That's what it is. So it kills me that if I say a lyric is trash as a content creator, if I say a lyric is trash, and I'm a qualified content creator, by the way, so I'm not speaking up for just me. I'm qualified, right?
I don't know what
I'm
that fucking
speaking up
means.
for all of us as consumers.
I don't know what the fuck that means. But before I get to really talking, I don't want this to be too long. Koala also wrote a message on his YouTube board or whatever. And I know the font probably, if you probably might be watching on your phone, I know the font might be too small, so I'm going to read it. So let me get that pulled up and I'll read it. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up for y'all right now. Bam, bam. Do apologize. Bam. Here you go. Now, let me read this for y'all. What I'm seeing from the mainstream artists or artists who have made records and albums is that they look at us like we're just here to purchase and that's it. Like you can't critique their work unless you've actually done it yourself. Valid. I'm seeing it from T.I., the other guy, and more. I'm assuming the other guy is Lupa. It's kind of petty though, bro. You a grown man. Put his name up there. If he feels some type of way, so fucking what? You're addressing him by his fucking name. Don't do that, bro. I'm definitely looking at rap. I'm definitely looking at the rap industry through a different lens now. To them, our opinions don't matter. Only our money. Valid. The consumer can't tell these rappers how to write or how to feel. I got an issue with that line. I have an issue with that line. My issue with that line. Hold on. I wanna be clear. My issue with that line. Hold on, did it disappear? Hold on, let me get this back up for y'all. There y'all go. I'll pause it. I forgot I got it as a video and shit. Let me pause it so that way y'all have it. Bam. Now, my issue with that line. I don't agree we should be telling these motherfuckers what to write. Write what you write. But once you deliver it to the marketplace, you don't get to dictate how we interact with it. If we like it, don't like it, in love with it, however we, the consumers, feel about what you put out into the market, done deal. You can't bitch as an artist. You gonna bitch, take your sensitive ass home. Don't put nothing else out. Keep your motherfucking art. Keep your goddamn art if you gonna bitch. Now, let's get back. Let me get back to reading this because I want to make sure I read all of it. Where was I at? They wouldn't even have a career if we didn't give them one. So why can't we have an opinion? They use our views for their success, but then belittle us when we critique. I'm not even funny. I'm not being funny, but I'm definitely going to start moving funny. The people make the artists. We have the right, and we are in control. I can read the rest of that. I mean, we got the gist of it. I made a video a couple weeks ago. I mean, it wasn't even a couple weeks ago, it was a couple months ago. Asking, what's our responsibility as fans? What is our responsibility as fans? What is the artist? Let's start with, what is the artist asking of us? You clearly want us to run them streams up. You know what I'm saying? You want us to run them streams up. I'm assuming you probably want us to buy a copy. Be it a record, For those who actually get really nostalgic and put out cassettes, which is dope, which is really dope. Or more commonly, vinyls. Vinyls. If you decide to do a concert or a tour or whatever to promote the album, you're expecting us to buy a ticket. You're expecting us to buy merch. And all of that, what are you asking us to invest? A show is what, $150 now? We'll say a show is about $150. To be quasi decent. You still on the outer edge of what's nice, but $150, decent, fair. You want us to buy merch, right? I'm seeing what, $50 for a t-shirt? So we at $200. You want us to buy a copy of the album? I'm a vinyl guy. My vinyls typically be about $25 to $28. After shipping and handling, tax and whatnot, it come up to about $40 to $45. So you asking for a $45 commitment. You might not get that tax money. You might not get that shipping and handling money. But guess what? It comes with us buying your vinyl, because we can't just walk in. There's no more Sam Goodies. So we're not walking into the record store and buying your vinyl. We have to ship it. We have to order it so it can get shipped to us. So you're asking, whether you get that other part or not, $45 commitment. So now we at $245. Cool. You want us to run the streams up? Well, if you're somebody like me, you don't like commercials, that means you pay for a service. I use YouTube Premium because as a content creator, I don't like commercials in my content. Y'all don't like commercials in y'all content that y'all watch. So for me to appease the people who take the time to watch this, it can't be no commercials. So I'm paying for YouTube Premium, which recently just went up. If I'm not mistaken, it's about $17 now, 17, 18, somewhere around there. So add that to the pile, $250. Let's round it up. Be easy, $270. That means each artist that we support expecting $270 a year. We'll say a year per project. Per project. You're expecting $270 per project. We'll take the YouTube Premium off because you got to divide that between everybody you listen to. So we'll just say $250. We'll say $250. You're expecting $250 of expendable income to be spent on you. And if we're somebody that's not a Drake fan and only think about Drake, and you have a myriad of people you support, that's $250 per. So if you got 4 artists that you support to that degree, that's $1,000. That's a band. That's a band. If you do all of the things, that's a band. So I understand the level of vitriol that KoalaTea has. You know what I'm saying? How can you ask of me and my expendable income when things are getting tighter by the day in this fucking country we live in? But they have a tone of shut up and buy. Just like how the NBA shut up and dribble. That's kind of what's coming off with some of these artists. Shut up and buy. Nope. You heard of hurry up and buy, right? Hurry up and buy. Shut up and buy. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. Because expendable income means the money I have to spend on things I want. Not I need. I want. I want these things. And as people's money gets shrunk because things cost more, guess what? It's somebody that's choosing to not go to the dispo, want that album. They want to do their part. They want that album. All right, this week I can't go to dispo. Guess what? Need that octane. I need that Don Toliver. This is a true story for me. I'm not about to pretend like I got money like that. This is not a monetized channel. I had to get it. I get my money out the mud. So, yep, I sure did. Hey, I'm gonna have to make this pack stretch. I need that Don Toliver. And I made what I normally would spend on smoking in 1 week. I made it last 2 weeks. So, cause I wanted my Don Toliver album. These are decisions many of us have to make. Buy a bottle to kick it versus getting some music. Buying an outfit versus getting some music. Buying a pair of shoes versus getting some music. You know what I'm saying? Expendable income, things you don't necessarily need, you want. It's a woman somewhere that she wanted to get a wig or a new lace front or whatever the case may be. And she chose to wait. I'm about to get this album or I'm about to go to this tour. I'm buy these tour tickets and then I'll get my hair done. There's people making real life decisions to support these artists. We ain't got money trees. Shout out to Kendrick. We ain't all got money trees. Some of us making some real decisions to do all the things to support the artists. We put out these links. Hey, I'd rather you buy my music from here. Every album I've bought thus far and will continue to buy, I follow the link that the artist put out there on their social media to make sure the money is going to them. But in doing so, guess what? I have a right to say your motherfucking album is trash if I feel that way. And you gotta suck it up. You gotta suck it up. My money ain't free. Or say you don't want my money. And that's cool. I know another artist that do. Because last time I've checked and heard in these here internet streets, the bubble on the music industry been done popped. So don't shit on me, or better yet, don't shit on us as fans. When we do, those of us who do our part and not just go on YouTube and listen to your music for free, a platform that's not really counting the way it should to you making your bread. Those of us who went beyond and bought t-shirts and bought hoodies and bought keychains and bought vinyls and album, like, have some hubris about yourself. Are you like, I'm so glad this topic came up. I'm so glad this topic came up. Enough of the highbrowing us. Stop highbrowing the fans, bro. It ain't just, and let's be clear, this is not just a Lupa Fiasco situation. This is a high society versus everyday people situation. Don't highbrow me. Fuck you. You might be special in a musical way, but you ain't that motherfucker special to where I'm about to bend the knee to you. It ain't happening, Jack. On these rags that sit on the back of these, look, I promise you. I promise you I'm not. I don't have it like that. I value my money. So for me to take the time to eventually get to a concert this year, to continue to buy vinyl when I feel like it's that extraordinary, first off, I'm probably going to have a feeling one way or another before I get into buying the vinyl, before I get to that, making that investment. But even still, but I ain't want to make this too long. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Help me take care of the YouTube police. It's for the free ski. It's for the free ski. But if there's nothing else you take from this, don't let the... I think more and more we're learning to stop overvaluing celebrities in general. Don't let these people make you feel some type of way while they ask for your money. It's getting harder and harder to get that money. Don't let these people make you feel some type of way. Money you could have fucked off and been okay with. You could have did whatever you wanted to with it. You chose to buy a movie ticket to their movie because they get money on the back end of that. Or you chose to buy an album or a t-shirt. No. Value your money. Value your opinion. Are we the ultimate say? We are not. That when you get to a point where you're trying to tell somebody how to write, that's too far. I don't get to tell you how to manufacture the bars or manufacture the song. I get to judge the final finished product only. Just like I can say if I like a movie or don't like a movie or what I felt the movie was missing. I don't get to sit there and say, hey, this is what we should have exactly did with the script. It's the same thing with music. But I'm Oops Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. I appreciate y'all pulling up for a quick late night session. This is the quickest show we've ever had. But like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And if you was playing this in the background, I know I put this out late. If you playing this in the background, you was doing a little when you get done though with your business, hit that thumbs up. The next time's the next time.
Count that fucking money, man. Count the money.
You gonna get yours, B. You gonna get yours, man.